posterior chain. So we're working, stabilizing with the front major muscle groups, so quads, core, and then a lot of our posterior chain stabilization is going to be quad or hamstrings and glutes and shoulders today. Again, I feel like our shoulders are just not getting a break in the last 2 weeks. So we're starting today with a sled push. So the sleds are out there just down to the end of the first planter and back. Then we come in here and we do a single leg deadlift. You're going to do this contralaterally, so if the weight is in my right hand, my right leg is going back. And I'm deadlifting on that left leg and coming up. Okay, this, you've got to make sure when you're single leg deadlifting, especially if you're taking the other leg off of the ground, that your weight is driving through the heel of that foot, okay? And you're coming straight up. You want to avoid twisting of the hip, so try and kick that leg straight back and come straight up and squeeze that glute at the top, okay? If you get too wobbly, go ahead and just lightly take that toe onto the ground, and you can do the same move, sitting that hip back. So you've got on that 8 to 10 on each side, then you go straight into a kettlebell snatch. So you can use the same kettlebell, or you might need to either go lighter or heavier, whatever, okay? With the snatch, you're going to sit those hips down, sit that butt down, and you're keeping that kettlebell close to the body all the way up. So it's not a swing, you're keeping it close, and then snatching it and holding it up over your head. Here, push your weight through your heels again into the outsides of your feet. Then you'll get some of that abductor and quad activation, okay? And you're just gonna alternate, sit that butt down, back nice and flat, and take that kettlebell up overhead, okay? You have 8 of those on each side. Then we go into a bent over tricep extension. So here, these are really, really great. But you've got to make sure that when you're doing these, your triceps are the only muscle group moving. So you're gonna have your elbows close to your body, your feet are shoulder width-ish apart, and all you're doing is palms up and extending that elbow back, okay? So I'm not moving my hands out, I'm not moving my legs at all, my body's nice and quiet, and I'm just extending that elbow straight out and pushing at that top, okay? Again, palms are up. Jamie and I were just talking that, honestly, when you're bent over like that, you don't even need any weight. If you fully extend that elbow and you kind of squeeze at the top, you can turn those triceps on pretty good. So, just make sure that while you're doing that too, that your core is drawn in, that you're not just kind of rounding your back. So you got 12 to 15 of those. Then we go out onto the field and we have a broad jump and then 2 reverse jumps. So hopefully those 2, because you can't go as far jumping backwards, hopefully it equals the same distance. So you're going to go from your heels, explode off your toes, land, okay, and then 1, 2, back, and then do the same thing. So you're gonna do that 8 times. So broad jump, reverse jump, broad jump, reverse jump, 8 times. Then, so this one, we've got an inchworm. We're gonna pretend like these are the same weight. You got an inchworm. How did you say it? Inchworm push up to a bilateral dumbbell squat clean. So, you've got an inchworm. You're gonna inchworm out. Do your push up here. Come all the way up. Inchworm here, back in. And from here, I'm gonna have you guys actually stand up and then go into a squat to pick up your dumbbells to go into a squat clean. Just because, again, Jamie and I were talking, and I feel like if you go straight into the squat clean from here, it's hard to reset your core and your shoulders and your back from this like already kind of bent over position. So it's easier if you kind of take a second, stand up, re-cue that core, squat back down, grab those dumbbells, and then go into your squat clean, okay? So I guess, let's see, full range of motion, it'll look like this. You'll go out, okay, do your push-up, come back in, stand up, squat clean, done. Put those dumbbells back down, inchworm out, inchworm in. So 8 of them. So that's gonna take you a little bit longer. So don't rush through it. Make sure that, especially in that squat, when you go to clean those weights, that you're in that nice kind of solid butt down position, chest is up a little bit. Then from that, we go into an alternating dumbbell bicep extension. So here, our hand is up, okay? We're in that kind of iso curl hold, and we're extending that dumbbell out, and we're just alternating that, okay? So we'll get a lot of like anterior delt into that pectoral major activation, okay? Alternating those for 12 to 16. Hollow hold knee tucks. So we're in that hollow hold. So we inhale. As we exhale, we're gonna rise those shoulders up, off, and we're gonna go out and in, okay? Keeping that lower back on the ground, okay? Making sure that you're breathing on, let's see, inhale out and exhale as you come in, okay? So that's your breathing cue on that, and then a street run at the end, and then start over.